So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that Mauricio is on lockdown in a hotel due to exposure to the thing that shall not be named, or YouTube will demonetize this video. I'm actually in the same boat here in my home, but not as risky of a situation. So we thought we would take this opportunity to show you what we spend in a week on lockdown. Lockdown is code for the word that starts with Q and ends with teen. Guess I'm about to find out how good the YouTube AI actually is. Hi, I'm Wendy Valencia. This is my husband Mauricio and my 8-year-old Melina. We are on lockdown separately in different locations, but mentally we're still together, sort of holding it together, kinda. So in today's video, I won't actually deal with the things that I spent for the month unless I paid for it like during the week. Let me first start off with the hotel that Mauricio is staying in. So my cousin kind of massively hooked us up. I actually went to her as a cost-cutting measure to say, hey, can we use your points for and we'll give you $1,000. You know, her husband is in video and audio for sporting events, so I know he's not going to be working for a while. So I figured it would be a win-win for both of us. Cheaper for me, and she'd get some extra cash. But instead of accepting our money, she very kindly gifted the points to us. So when this is all over, I'm buying her a huge present. I'm thinking like a car.
All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm kidding. But seriously, her present is going to be amazing because, wow, what a kind gesture. So I actually started a homeschool schedule with Melina pretty quickly after this all happened. Melina was not excited because that meant her Roblox time was cut short, and she's kind of addicted to Roblox.
Mommy, really? You have to give me that schedule? Ugh, I want to play Roblox.
But she got very used to it very quickly, and now she absolutely loves it. Like, she loves learning multiplication through Khan Academy and science through the Magic School Bus on Netflix, because it's kind of awesome. Probably her favorite class is Spanish with Daddy over Google Hangouts, though. Honestly, I gotta tell you, we were shocked at how good her Spanish has gotten this year because she refuses to speak Spanish with us.
Feliz cumpleaños, abuela, yo te amo mucho.
She's loving the nature walks we take her on and learning about the life cycle of frogs and the names for all the spring wildflowers. So I say she loves it, but the truth is for about the first 20 minutes she loves it, and then she starts whining about her legs hurting.
Legs hurt.
In all honesty, I learned on the very first day that if I don't get her out for at least an hour of exercise each day, she's nutty and somewhat impossible to deal with. So our week actually starts out on day 5 of lockdown. And of course, because this is a what I spend in a week video, Mauricio is the first one to spend money. And he spent $9.99 on, well, I'm gonna let him tell you what it was.
Since I cannot see my daughter, she wanted me to play these games called Roblox with her. I felt the need to spend some money because she's been playing that for a long time and she's got a lot cooler stuff than me. And I needed to buy some weapons. She's beating me all the time.
Okay, it is the end of day 1 and we spent, how much did we spend today, Melina?
$0.
So that's kind of true and kind of not true because Mauricio and I purchased most of the groceries for this entire month. And so my parents said that it was their turn to buy groceries. So we put in an Instacart order and it was huge. It was like $400 and something, but my parents covered that bill. And the reason it was so expensive is because we doubled up on several like pricier items that we didn't want to have to go get again. And that ends Saturday. We spent a grand total of $9.99, and I use the term we loosely. I know that all the days are not going to be this awesome, but for now, I'm going to take it. So that brings us to Sunday. On Sunday, Mauricio bought delivery at the hotel from Founding Farmers for $19.37. Founding Farmers is a DC originated farm to table chain that we love. It's one of my favorite places to eat. And I honestly don't think I've ever seen a bill from Founding Farmers that low because it's crazy expensive. So I'm going to take this opportunity to explain how Mauricio's meals are happening while he is in the hotel because we aren't starving him. He actually did eat yesterday. And he is staying in a hotel with a kitchen, and we did send him with breakfast food. So he eats breakfast on his own, makes it all himself. And then for lunch, we alternate between sending him lunch stuff from the day before, like maybe a sandwich stuff or salad or whatever. And then he'll also order DoorDash. For Mauricio's dinner meals, we do a pickup system. We try and keep his driving to a complete minimum because it does require him to go out into public. And if he drives too much, he's going to have to get gas. And he's supposed to be on lockdown. So we're trying to keep his physical interaction with humans in general to zero. And that includes touching other things people might touch, like door handles and gas nozzles. So when he gets here, he honks the horn, which is exceptionally rude, but given the circumstances, it kind of has to happen that way. And I walk out with his food in a bag, and I walk to the end of the sidewalk and I set it down. And then I walk back to the porch. I don't know why I do it backwards, but I do.
That's how bump techs actually walk after inspecting a package. Oh, hey, where's my beer?
And then once I am safely on the porch, he goes and gets the bag. And then we stand there talking for just a few minutes. Doing this has saved us a ton of money. Imagine that each DoorDash delivery costs around $20. 3 of those a day would be $60 a day. So we would be adding an additional $840 just for Mauricio's food during this 2-week period. No thank you. So then on Sunday, Melina and I were out for our third walk of the day, and I had made her cross the street for about the millionth time, because of social distancing, and Melina made up a joke.
What is the worst type of dance? Social distance.
That is hilarious.
That was Mauricio's reaction to Melina's joke. Also on Sunday, Mauricio found education.com where he could download worksheets for Spanish so he could practice them with Melina because she was way past flashcards of vocabulary and she was into conjugating verbs and stuff. So he needed actual worksheets. So that membership to education.com was $41.94. Also on Sunday was kind of a busy day. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, sent me a recipe for Puffy sidewalk chalk that I knew Melina was going to love. We have already spent a ton of time doing sidewalk chalk activities at our house. So yeah, this is something she's going to just love doing. And if you're interested in that recipe, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box because it's super fun. And that's it for Sunday, where we spent a grand total of $81.38. We're off to an amazing start. So that brings us to Monday. On Monday, we made an unplanned payment to debt. It's kind of awesome, but it was a weird situation. So this whole debacle, which is going on with the world right now, is impacting a lot of people financially, and my family's included. My parents have some rental properties that are not generating income right now, and that's made things kind of tight for them. And unfortunately, late March, early April is when the gardener comes to do the annual yard prep work. And in this area, yard prep work is costly. We have a very large yard and a lot of weeds. And he hand pulls the weeds and brings out about 150 bags of mulch. Plus, the guy actually knows plants, so he can tell the difference between a weed and an actual flowering plant. And he knows exactly when to prune each different kind of plant. That is alone worth its weight in gold, because I don't have to learn those things. So that maintenance, which happens only one time a year, costs a whopping $1,175 and generally comes as a surprise to everyone each year. You'd think we would remember. You'd think it'd be written down. I should probably write it down in my spreadsheet. So normally my parents would pay for it, but since this month has been tight for them, we shuffled some things around and we covered that bill. The good news is that they told us to take the $1,175 out of a debt that we are paying down the road. It's actually one of our last debts to pay off. So it all worked out for the best. Also on Monday, Mauricio spent $19.26 on DoorDash Chick-fil-A. I gotta say that I do find it odd that Chick-fil-A costs as much as Founding Farmers, because they're totally different calibers of restaurant. Also on Monday, Mauricio headed to the washer and dryer on his floor at the hotel. But before you freak out, he did wipe the machine down with Clorox wipes before and after using the machines. Didn't want to spread his germs or get someone else's germs. So he spent a total of $475 doing his laundry at the hotel. So that means on Monday, we spent a whopping $1,199.01. I really need to stop doing a what I spend in a week video. They never go well for us. And that brings us to Tuesday. Lord help us if this doesn't start to get more reasonable. So on Tuesday, in what appears to now be Mauricio's typical what I spend in a week behavior, decided to purchase some running shoes. Why someone who's in quarantine at a hotel and not actually running needs running shoes is a question that I can't answer, so I asked him.
Okay, why did I buy running shoes during quarantine? Well, the reason is because my current running shoes are in bad shape. Running shoes, look how dirty they are. I mean, horrible. Look at that. Look at this hole, how dirty it is. So that's the reason I needed new running shoes.
Seriously? Mauricio is kind of a shoeaholic, but this is over the top. The irony of it all was that the shoes were actually too small and I had to return them, and he hasn't gotten another pair yet. Cause yeah, no. And on Tuesday, Melina and I spent nothing. So that means on Tuesday, we spent a total of $86.81, which was all Mauricio. But not to worry, because I spent money on Wednesday. So I know that I told you I got groceries on Monday through Instacart, but there were a ton of things that in that delivery that didn't actually get delivered to us. They were either out of stock or I may have forgotten to get particular items because we were trying to do it in a hurry. So before all the Amazon employees started protesting and I could still get an Amazon Fresh order, I got $129.86 worth of stuff from Amazon Fresh, and then I gave the driver a $20 tip.
So I don't normally purchase this kind of stuff, but everything's so limited right now. I went ahead and got it just for variety's sake. There wasn't much in the way of lettuce. These are zucchini, and I honestly thought I bought 5 zucchini, not 5 packs of 3. We'll be eating zucchini for a while. And then, if you don't know what these are, oh my gosh, they're amazing.
And then also on Wednesday, Mauricio ordered DoorDash from Halal Guys, or as we call it in our house, Halal Muchachos, for a total of $20.43. Yeah, I don't know why the word guys is always replaced with muchachos in my house. And actually, when I'm speaking Spanish, I don't say it quite as gringa-y as I just said it. But it is, and it used to be funny, but now it's just kind of commonplace. I'm kind of used to it. So the next purchase is realistic and necessary, but also somewhat comical because we have a grand total of 1 thermometer in this house. And I sent that to the hotel with Mauricio because he was, of the two of us, the most likely to get sick. Our thermometer is one of those forehead kinds, and it hasn't been working right for over a year. And I've been debating back and forth about getting a new one, but they're not cheap, and I just didn't feel like spending the money. So I just always added a degree to whatever the reading was. And honestly, right now, I really regret that decision because I went and tried to get a new one right around the time that everybody started hoarding things. But at that point, all the thermometers were well over $100, and I was ridiculously cheap. And I didn't want to spend $100 on a thermometer that normally costs $40. And so when I finally decided that we really needed a new thermometer, they cost they had gotten up to over $200 at one point, and I was like, no. So I basically started searching for every day for thermometers, and lo and behold, this lovely pink fertility thermometer came up for $19.99. And in real life, it'd probably cost, $7, but I was more okay with spending $20. And it also came with a handy dandy guide to track your basal body temperature. We're not using it for that. We're using it as a regular thermometer for now. So that brings the total for Wednesday to a ridiculous $190.28. And now it's Thursday. And on Thursday, Mauricio had to do his laundry again because he's dirty, I guess. He didn't really actually take that much with him. He was kind of in a panic when we were gathering the clothes together. And so neither one of us were thinking very well. So it's actually not at all surprising that he has to do laundry so much. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised he's showering and changing clothes at all, because who's he gonna see? He's actually already declared that he's not cutting his hair until this is all over. And trust me, big hair on Mauricio looks not good. He kind of looks like a big puffy Q-tip. I might be married to Bruno Mars when this is all over. Also on Thursday, we had an $11.88 order of batteries on Amazon. And honestly, I'm not really sure who put that in the cart or how it got ordered, because I didn't do it, I don't think. And Mauricio said he didn't do it. But we did actually need some batteries. So I had actually gotten a bunch in the order on Instacart. So maybe I put them in there thinking if I couldn't get them from Instacart, I would go ahead and order them online. I don't remember doing it. But we decided to keep them because we go through batteries like water in this house. So the total for Thursday was $16.63, which is way more reasonable in my book. And that brings us to Friday, where the only expense was DoorDash from Cinco Muchachos. 5 Guys. We're a really goofy blend of Hispanic American in this house. So that cost us $23.16. So what I really need to know is, how is it possible that 5 Guys, of all the places that Mauricio got DoorDash from, was the most expensive? I mean, it was more expensive than Founding Farmers. Come on. I don't get it. But that makes the math for Friday pretty easy. It was a grand total of $23.16 for us. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you already know that Mauricio and I both never got sick because we filmed this video during the second week on lockdown. And actually, he came home just a couple of days after that last clip was filmed. And I'm not gonna lie that I was so thankful, not just for his health, but if he had actually gotten sick, it would have been an additional week to 2 weeks in the hotel. And holy cow, that would have thrown me over the edge. So the grand total for the week was an overwhelming $1,607.26. But compare that to the last what I spent in a week, and we kind of did a lot better. That one was pretty hilarious. And Mauricio, who never spends anything, kind of went on a crazy spending bender. I swear he took it as a challenge. So if you want to check that out, it'll be up right over here. So I'll see you in the next one.